You know, as an atheist, I gotta say Britain is managing to make me religious again. Every single day I wake up and I want to thank someone. Like, I don't know, maybe Jesus. I want to thank Jesus that I'm not born in the UK. Like, every single day, I'm not kidding. You know, I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm not in the UK. Wow, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for not. Like, I'm reading the newspapers and I'm absolutely baffled at the way British politicians are running their nation. Like, when I heard a fellow content creator say that Britain is the clown car of world politics, I thought he's exaggerating, but no. No, we're actually there. You see, the thing that politicians care the most is not about special interest groups or APAC, the 1%, Big Pharma. I mean, they care about those, but that is not like their main concern. Their top priority for all politicians around the world is to maintain their seats. Because that seat comes with privilege. The moment you lost the seat, the politician as a human being loses his power, loses his prestige, and loses his finances. And so, with that in mind, you gotta understand how politicians operate. Like, it's a lot easier to try and suppress the opposition than to promote good ideas. Promoting good ideas is extremely difficult. Only few people can do it. But if you were to crack down on dissent, if you're cracking down on the competition, well, all of a sudden, maintaining your seat becomes a lot easier. So, for instance, if you're a pro-environmental politician, well, you want to crack down on groups that go against your ideology. You want to crack down on groups that are saying, well, we need to build more power plants, right? Like, you want to pressure Wikipedia, you want to pressure YouTube that every single time someone is a climate denialist, like, they get a little disclaimer from the UN. I'm not kidding. You actually get that on YouTube. Like, if you talk against man-made climate change, like, immediately you get a disclaimer. And why is that a thing? Well, because politicians insisted, right? Like, politicians that want net zero tax, that want all of those things, right? That's how they're cracking down on dissent. If you're a woke politician, cracking down on nationalistic right-wing ideals, well, all of a sudden becomes extremely appealing. Because that's how you manage to keep your seat. I'm pretty sure, you know, if nationalistic politicians got in charge, well, cracking down on LGBT issues and cracking down on woke ideology also benefits them. And we see this happening in Russia, we see this happening in Eastern Europe, right? Like, this is the trend for all politicians. It's universal. Crack down on dissenting opinions. Like, this is normal. It's not something that I'm complaining about it. Fuck, I would do it as well if I was in charge. But what I am complaining about it is the method. Let's look at how Canadians do it, or how Australians do it, or how people from New Zealand do it, right? Because they're also in the Commonwealth. And let's say that they want to ban guns. Like, politicians want to remove guns from the arms of the people. You can't trust the people. People are idiots. Let's take away their guns. Only the government is trustworthy, right? Only the politicians, Secret Service detail, those are trustworthy people. No one else is. So how do they take away the guns? Well, they wait for an event. Right? Like, they wait for an event. And eventually, an event happens. There's a mass shooting. There's a terrorist attack. Maybe someone accidentally discharges a firearm. But, like, something that shakes the world. Like, eventually, you have the event, right? When you have populations of hundreds of millions of people, eventually, like, statistically speaking, it will happen. And then you sensationalize the event, you fearmonger, you drive the media into a frenzy in order to have the politician have the justification on why people aren't allowed to have guns. Someone made a really nice metaphor. It's like, imagine if you have a serial rapist and then they justify why all men should have their penises cut off so that, right? But that's like the way they do it. They wait for an event, they're fear-mongering, and then they push for the draconic legislation. In the United Kingdom, they skip the step. They don't even care about that. Like, they have so much influence over their people, it's fucking unreal. They can just fabricate an event. Like, in this case, they're fabricating a Netflix movie that their prime minister says it's a fucking documentary. Like, this is fiction. This is a Netflix thing that the prime minister is now saying should be held in schools. Like, it's elevated to the status of mythos. And so you need to wonder, well, when a politician does something like this, like what is the politician actually trying to accomplish? Is he trying to show that he's oozing with compassion and empathy? Like, no, he's a politician. He's not the church. And you get to see like what exactly what it is. It's like a cracking down on right-wing ideologues. Right? Like again, like they're clinging to their chairs. They do not want to relinquish power. They're afraid of elections. They're afraid of the people. And so they're using a movie, a Netflix film, a fictional thing to fearmonger the population, pretend that, well, this is actually real, in order to crack down on it. I mean, I'm goodness gracious, it's a good thing that Netflix didn't show an alien invasion, right? Imagine if Alien showed another video about the pandemic and they would bring Britain under tier 74 lockdown again. But it's like fascinating, and then I wonder, like I'm sure there are some artists out there that did the research. Did this show got any government either funding, like grants, for being done? Or did it get some tax write-offs? Like it's so difficult not to believe that this wasn't some hand-in-hand thing, you know, where the creators of the movie scratch the politicians' back, and in exchange, the politicians scratch the back of the... Because, like, think about it this way. You're making a movie, and now the government wants your movie to be in schools. You don't even need to sell your product anymore. You don't even need to show the audience why your product is good. Like, if their product was amazing, for instance, Lord of the Rings, right? Like, the first Lord of the Rings trilogy. You don't have to put it in schools, because, like, anyone is going to go out of their way to watch it, because it's really good, right? Like, you don't need to have the government using taxpayer funding in order to promote that video. Like, no, it promotes by itself. And so what we have here is the government, yet again, breaking the free market by deciding that this product is going to be promoted by the taxpayer money in all the school. I mean, obviously, you know, this does a lot to the prestige, the people that made it, but it also tells me that people aren't very interested in this shit. Because if they were interested, then it would be redundant to do it, right? And you look at other nations, right? Like, you look at America, you look at Eastern Europe, you look at other places. No one is glorifying this thing. Like, the only place it's being glorified is the United Kingdom, which, yet again, shows how the government is working hand in hand with the media. Like this is just Pravda on steroids. That's how I see it. Like, imagine if Nigel Farage used the same argument. Like, look at the emotional strings. You have Keir Starmer just watching this with his family, and all of a sudden, he goes out and he thinks that we need to tackle. Like, we got a problem that we need to tackle. Because he saw a TV show. Imagine what the media would do if Nigel Farage said, oh yeah, we need to crack down on immigrants because I saw a TV show. You know, like, how would that go? Like, what would the reaction be if that was the case? If Andrew Tate came up and said, yeah, I watch Married with Children, and the way Kelly Bundy was behaving is just out of the pale. Like, we need to do something with teenage girls. Because, like, again, like, I watched Married with Children. I watched The Simpsons, and the way Homer was treated by his wife, beyond the pale. Have we gone mad? Like, is this something that's... Like, I'm not saying that, you know, you can't have a writer that makes something really interesting. Sure. But as a politician, to call a fictional thing a documentary, not once, but fucking twice, and then, like, promote that fictional thing in schools and shit, and act like it's some sort of national treasure. Like, seriously, the only thing that's required now is to declare this movie an actual national treasure and put it in a museum. You know, consider it the Mona Lisa of Britain. Like, we're getting to that point where maybe King Charles is going to come out, and then we're going to have him promoted. But I don't know. It's just like, again, I'm looking at Britain. It's just baffling the way they're doing politics. Like, even the Soviet Union wasn't this obvious. Like, at least they were pretending a little bit. You know, they would wait for a real event. Or at least they would fabricate a real event. Like, that also happened in the Soviet Union, right? Like, you fabricate a story. You make something up, and you're filming that, and all of a sudden you're pretending to be outraged. But, like, even they wouldn't take a fictional book, a fictional comic, and then pretend that, all right, well, we need to drag policy from it because enough is enough. Absolutely bewildering. Anyway, right. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.